All right, Coach. Been a couple days since win over Ball State. Just, I assume you had a chance to look at it. Anything that you saw that you maybe didn't notice during the game?
I think we got off to a slow start, but I think our kids definitely responded. It took us a minute to really settle into that game. Ball State did a good job, in particularly as far as being able to get the ball inside to Towers, and then being able to play off of that. We will watch film today. We'll learn from it. But we definitely did some good things, and I thought our execution was well down the stretch. And to put a sour note to things, we didn't finish the way we were capable of, and we'll learn from it. Sometimes we just kind of get a little, I don't know, soft and sloppy when you have a lead, and we just got to be better. We'll be better. We'll respond.
I think one of the calling cards of this team is just the second half. I don't know if adjustments is even the right word with coaches, but just how well your teams have been playing in the second half lately.
Thank
Can you
you.
just talk a little bit about that?
I think some of it is energy. I think that we're in great shape. We're fresh. I think that really matters. I think another thing is I think our team is disciplined and they understand the value of execution, and they're smart. And therefore we can do things that that other teams can't. They allow us to coach them and put them in the best positions to be successful, which makes us more efficient. And so, I think it's a combination of all of those things.
All right. I mean, back in first place, and you're kind of right in there, right? Back in first place, just with a couple games to go, just how do you keep the team focused on just staying one game at a time?
I just focus on today. Like, we can't get caught up in all of that. Nothing really, none of that stuff really matters if you're not taking care of your business every day. Just like the lessons that we learned from Ball State, we know we need to improve. And so today it will be about some of those things and getting ready for Eastern Michigan.
Okay, you just spoke at Eastern Michigan and played like a month ago against them. Just, is there anything you can learn from that game that you can take forward, moving forward?
Absolutely. I do think that we are a little better now overall than then. But we had the luxury of playing at home. But there's some things that we took. I can't get into that obviously, but I think that I think after playing them, we will be a little more familiar with them, and I think that helps. I think for the most part, we did a really good job in the first game of playing personnel, and I think that will, I'm expecting that to hold true as well coming into this one.
I know you're not going to really worry about this too much, but you did pick up your 50th win on
Yeah.
Saturday. But I don't need to talk about you or your 50th win, but just talk about the progression that your program has made from the time you got here to now.
Well, I'd prefer really not to talk about that stuff, just because I have to practice what I preach about being in the moment, and I don't see it as 50th win. I won a whole lot before I was in this position, at lower levels, and basketball is basketball. I only get credit for that, for being here, but I had to do a lot where I was too back in the day, and so I'm very proud of the teams that I had back in the day, and the kids that I coach, which are, they're women now and professionals and all that kind of stuff. And so, I'm proud at the trajectory this program has taken. I know the hard work that's been laid out for us, and what we've been able to do, and it's been fun. If I take a minute to look at it, maybe in the off season we'll look harder into it, but right now we gotta get ready for Eastern Michigan, and I personally have to practice what I preach. So we haven't, at the end of the day, we haven't done anything yet, and that's how we gotta think.